Alrighty, here we go. Hey there, everybody. It's a nasty one here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Free Agent franchise rebuild here in Super Mega Baseball for year number 2. Last episode for our Reapers, we went on to play with Whistle Schaefer after acquiring a new pitch in his arsenal. He added a forkball to give him a 4-pitch mix, and we ended up showing him off with his first game after acquiring said pitch, and we blew out the Wide Duds 14-3, which was a much welcome sign. We then proceeded to do some simulating, losing the next game 16-8 against the Platypi before bouncing back to beat the Nemesis 7-2. We then proceeded to lose to the Grapplers 2-0 and then win the last 2 games in the sim against the Grass Eaters and the Heaters, respectively, winning 7-6 and 3-2. So with that episode, we went 4-2 and are now back to just under 500 at 7-9 on the season. Today's episode is a doubleheader matchup against our division rivals, the Crocodons, who come in at 5-10, not doing much better than us. Both teams are battling at the bottom of the division standings, but a good showing here in this doubleheader could turn either team's season around. Let's see which team came to fight here as we're kicking off the second half of the regular season here today. On the mound for the Crocs is batting practice Babe Paul, 0-1 with an 8.68 ERA and a 2.14 whip. She still has the elite two-seamer trait, but she is tense. And on the mound for us is our ace left-hander Froggo Ballinstandos, 2-4 with a 7.20 ERA and a 1.40 whip. Lineup we'll be using leading off at catcher will be Camilla Cuppingham, batting second, locked in left field Axel Torque, batting third, 10th second baseman Yacker Asherbaum, batting fourth, locked in at shortstop Norm Phenomeno, batting fifth, third baseman Nomar Stubbs, batting sixth, locked in center field Vinder Hawkins, batting seventh at first base Seb Swolson, batting eighth, locked in right field will be Walter, and batting ninth will be the pitcher Froggo Ballinstandos. Lineup for the Crocs here in Game 1, leading off at first base Leanne Drive, batting second, second-year outfielder Hopper Fenster, batting third, 10th third baseman Run to third, batting fourth, locked in, on fire, jacked actually at shortstop, Dilly Daller, getting the start over Norton Pickle, batting fifth, second baseman Andre Candela, batting sixth, right fielder Vinny Vortex, batting seventh, left fielder Bubba Blastman, batting eighth is catcher Hefner Hackett, and batting ninth is the pitcher Babe Paul. Let's jump into it and have some fun here as we kick off today's doubleheader at the Motor Yard.
Excitement is in the air here at Motor Yard. Golly, this is a super-duper occasion.
Alrighty, here we go. Leanne Drive leading off. First baseman Mind Gamer active, hitting a .193 with a homer, 9 RBIs. Froggo Ballinstandos not having a good start to his season. He went 2-4 in the first half, giving up 20 earned runs through 25 innings pitched, 7.20 ERA and a 1.40 whip. He made 7 appearances in the first half. Only 4 of them were starts. He made 3 relief appearances when our bullpen got overly gassed in the middle of the season. 31 hits surrendered, 4 walks, 5 homers, 15 strikeouts, and a batting average against the 301. He also lost 2 of those relief appearances, I believe, but he did win one as well. So, So yeah, but he's fully rested now. He's back on track in his start, so let's see if he can pitch through that and get his numbers back down to a respectable level. Mind Gamer versus Elite changeup here. First pitch heater inside for a called strike. 0-1. Changeup away, lined at the middle, knocked down by Froggo behind the mound. Asherbaum charges in and flips to first, but not in time. Infield single for drive. And that will be bringing up second-year center fielder Hopper Fenster. Hitting .214 with a homer, 3 RBIs. Replacing Gordon Fruitwell on the roster here. Dribble down on the way in the first pitch, strike called, 0-1. Through the middle in, runner goes on the hit and run, hit at the middle, past the diving Asherbaum, and that's a base hit. First and second now, nobody out. Crocs are threatening here in the first. Third baseman Run to third up, 10th, hitting .217 with 5 RBIs on the year. Person repping away on the first one. Nubber in the hole the second. Asherbomb over. Flip the second. Gets Fenster. That's all they'll get. It's a fielder's choice. One down. Runners at the corners for jacked. Cleanup hitter. Shortstop. Second-year player Dilly Dowler. Hitting 286 with 2 homers and 6 RBIs. Getting the start over Norton Pickle today. And she's looking to pound that ball out of the infield. Let's see what happens. Took off first. Nothing doing. Slider middle in, strike called, 0-1. Change it down in the way, taken low, 1-1. Well down and in, grounded hard to short, right at Norm. He'll flip to second, 1. Asherbomb on to first. Double play, you love to see it. And that ends the inning as we get out of the jam. Bottom 1, we're scoreless. Cuffingham, Torque, and Asherbomb due up. Nice pitching, Froggo. Nice job. Way to not break. Cuffingham leading off. Catcher with contact versus righty active. Hitting .333 with a homer. 3 RBIs. Facing batting practice Babe Paul. She's tense coming into the start. Paul 0-1 with an 8.68 ERA and a 2.14 whip. Through 3 starts, she's given up 10 runs. 9 of them earned in 9 1/3 innings. Averaging only about 3 innings of start. 15 hits surrendered, 5 walks, 2 homers, a hit batsman, 5 strikeouts, and batting average against .357. Elite 2-seamer versus contact versus righties here. Slider up and in, called a strike to Cuffingham, 0-1. That's inside on the slider, 1-1. 2-seamer hits the corner, 1-2. Heater up and in, pulled foul. Cuffingham stays alive. Right down the middle with that one. Ripped to right center field, but that's going to hang up there. She just missed it. Over for it is Fenster, 1 down. Next up, left fielder Axel Torque, who's locked in, hitting .389. 6 homers and 12 RBIs. Trying to get the crowd into it here. Change up, roped hard to left field on the first one, but right at Bubba Blastman, whose statue's up there in right center. 2 down, and here's big Yacker Asherbomb. Second baseman right now, tense. Hitting .403 with 3 homers and 13 RBIs. Off-speed pitch coming. Change up in there at the letters, 0-1. Slider from away, hit by Asherbomb to right center. That will drop in front of Fenster for a base hit. Little 2-out single there will keep the inning alive here for the Reapers, and that'll bring up the Phenom, Norm Phenomenal, playing shortstop today. Locked in, hitting .386 with 4 homers, 20 RBIs. Getting the start over Yips Frazzler today. Change up in there at the letters away, 0-1. Chase that one down on the way out of the zone. Paul fires it to first, and that ends the inning. To the second, we're scoreless. Candela, Vortex, and Blastman coming up. Here's Andre Candela batting in the 5 slot today. Second baseman with consistent active. It's only tier 1 consistent. Hitting .286 with 3 homers and 7 RBIs. Forcing me down and in. Nubber to short. Charging Norm will make the play in time. 1 down. Next up, right fielder Vinny Vortex, hitting .276 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. Slider down in the way on the first one. Check swing strike. 0-1. That activates Little Hack for Vortex. 2-seamer up and in. Off the plate. 1-1. Here up and in. Foul back. 1-2. Little Hack activates again here. Change it down in the way. Low and outside. 2-2. Ball away. Checked outside. It's 3-2. Heater up and in. High ball 4. First walk today for Froggo. Vortex reaches here with 1 down for left fielder Bubba Blastman, hitting .255. 1 homer, 8 RBIs on the season. Pick off first, nothing doing. Pitch out, runner's not going. Ball 1. Ball down in the way. Blastman whiffs on it. 1-1. Runner goes. Heater inside. Off the plate. Throw down, not in time. Easy steal for Vortex. Takes away the possibility of a double play there. Vortex's 5th steal of the year. He's 5 for 6. Puts him in scoring position. 2-1 count now on Blastman. Change it down in the way. Just low. 3-1. Slider down and in. Blastman rips it hard up the middle, and that's a base hit into center. But it went right at Vendor Hawkins, who got it in quickly. Runners at the corners here with 1 down. Next up, catcher, second-year player Hefner Hackett, batting 1,000 on the air with 2 RBIs. He has first pitch prayer active here. He replaces Terra Leonaire on this Crocodons roster. Lead change it down and in on the first one. Strike called. He was taking all the way. 0-1. Force him down and away. Off play 1-1. Slider middle in. Fouled off. Out of play. 1-2. Two-seamer up and away. Pulled to left field on the line. Right at Torque, though, for the second out. Runner tagging at third. He's going to try it. Here comes the throw from Torque. Not in time. It is a sac fly for Hackett. 1-0 Crocs. Bay Paul up next with 2 down. Runner at first. She's tense. Hitless on the season. Two-seamer up and away on the first one. Strike called. 0-1. Heater down and in. Strike called. 0-2. Slider down and the way. Fouled off. Still 0-2. Change of hangs. Lined over second. Out of the lunging reach of Asherbaum for a base hit. First and second now with 2 down as the inning continues. That's Paul's first hit of the year. Here's Leanne Drive. 1-for-1 with a single, trying to drive him home. Change up and in on the first one. Out in front of her. Got it there. 0-1. Fooled her on that one. Forcing him down in the way. Nubbard to second. Slow roller. Asherbaum charges. Bare hands to first. In time to end the inning. Sack fly, though, for the Croc. Gets them on the board first. 1-0 to the bottom of the second. Stubbs, Hawkins, and Swolson. 5, 6, and 7 up for the Reapers. Nomar Stubbs leading off here at third base. Batting in the 5 slot today with Max Boosted Mind Gamer active. Hitting .219 with 2 RBIs on the season, but no homers. Either way, strike called. 0-1. Ball away in there for a strike. Quickly 0-2. That time the curve's high. 1-2. Peter down and in. Hit on the jam shot, actually. Sky ball to center. Fenster there. 1 down as he came in for a few steps to make that catch. Next up, Vendor Hawkins, center fielder, hitting .195. 3 RBIs on the season, but he's currently locked in. Trying to get back up 200 with the base hit here. So that changeup's inside. Ball 1. Heater blew by him, middle of the plate, 1-1. Curve up and in, taken high, 2-1. Change up, ripped through the middle on the liner. That is a base hit. 1 out knock there for Hawkins, puts the speedster on here. Here's Sevy Swolson, first baseman, hitting .370 with 2 homers, 9 RBIs. Max boosted bad ball, hitter active. Runner goes on the first one. That's outside on the change. Throw down is airmailed into center field. That's a stolen base for Hawkins. Fenster there to cut it off. He'll get it in quickly, but he advances to third. Hawkins' third steal of the year. He's 3 for 3, and now he's at third base with a 1-0 count to Swolson with only 1 down. Slider up at the letters. Strike called. 0-1. Change it down and then nub foul. 1-2. Ball down on the way, dumped into left center field. That's going to be down for extra bases as it rolls all the way to the fence. Seb Swolson delivers with a clutch extra base knock. We're all tied at 1. Good swing there, Sebi, and that'll bring up right fielder Walter Volter. He's locked in today, hitting .289 with a homer and 9 RBIs. Change it down and then take it low. Ball 1. Throw ball up, strike called. 1-1. Walter showing off a new trait today. He got the base jogger trait, unfortunately, on a random pickup there, random player development event in between sim games last episode. So he'll have trouble rounding the bases. That curveball's down there low, fouled back, 1-2. Chase that heater out of the zone. The sky ball to shallow right field, and on it is going to be Vortex to put it away. 2 down. And that'll bring up Froggo Ball and Standos trying to help his own cause. Hitting .333, 2 down here in the inning. Runner still at second. Change it down the middle in the first one. Pulled foul. That's hooking towards the seats. It stays in play for Vortex, and that ends the inning. 1 home on the double by Swolson, though. 1-1 to the third. Fenster third, and Daller coming up. Here's Hopper Fenster, singled his first at bat. He's 1 for 1 today. You see him ripping in on the first one. Strike called, 0-1. Side up and away. High and outside, 1-1. Throw ball down. Taking low, 2-1. He's down the way. Line to right field. That is going to get down for a base hit. Walter gets it in, but it's a leadoff single there for Fenster, who's 2 for 2 today. And that'll bring up run to third, who hit no fielder's choice her first at bat. She's 0 for 1. First pitch curveball down and in, low and inside, ball 1. Off the first, nothing doing. Two-seamer up and away, check strike, 1-1. Heater away, outside, 2-1. Slide it down, taking low, 3-1. Change down the way, runner goes, strike called at the knees, throw down by cuffing him. Wasn't going to be in time anyway as Asherbaum drops it. Stolen base for Fenster, his first of the year. He's 1 for 1, and that's a full count here to run to third. Heater up and in. Foul back will stay alive at full. Change it down and in. Foul back. Still count remains full. Slide up and away. Chased and popped behind first. Swolson on the run. Lays out forward, makes a nice diving catch in foul territory. Runner dags for third, and Fenster very wisely heads over third as he advances. Next up, Dilly Dowler, who's down to on fire mode after hitting into a double play in the first inning. She now has another RBI chance here. 1 down, runner at third. Ball down and in on the first pitch, taken low. Ball 1. Four-seamer up and in. High again, it's 2-0. Slider down and away. Low, 3-0. Two-seamer up and away. High, ball 4. Vaughn Standos wisely pitches smartly to her. Runners at the corners, 1 down for Candelo, 0 for 1 today. Bad jumps, and I believe that's base jogger active over at first base there for Dowler, yep. Change with the knees, the first pitch. Runner goes on the hit and run, blasted to the gap by Candelas. That was a hanger, and that's going to be extra bases. That's going to score 2 here as coming around third is Dowler. She will easily beat the relay throw from Norm. It is 3-1. 2-run double there for Candela. Gives the Crocs the lead once more. And here's Vinny Vortex, who drew a walk his first plate appearance. Scored the first run of the game as well. Peter up and away in the first one. Fouled back, 0-1. Brago's now tense. Throw about the knees, ripped into right field. Valter on the run, gets there for the second out as the runner tags for third. Here's the throw in, not in time. Candela 90 feet away for Bubba Blastman, who singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. Change up and away in the first one. Strike called, 0-1. Right at the knees. Chop at the middle. Ashbaum over on his right. Dives, knocks it down. Throw to first, not in time. And that's an infield single for Blastman, driving in a run. It's now 4-1. Hefner Hackett up next. Sack fly his first plate appearance. First player still active, and he's still tense. Four-seamer up and away in the first one. Foul back, 0-1. Two-seamer middle in. Nubbed in front of the plate, cuffing him out of the crouch. Throw to first in time to end the inning. Crocs, though, score 3 as they take the lead on a 2-run double by Candela, and then an infield single from Bubba Blastman drives in the third runner, bottom 3. Cuffing him, Torque, and Asherbaum coming up. Cuffing him leading off 0 for 1 today with a ground out, or fly out. Contact with the radio remains active here. That's inside on the change from Paul, ball 1. Change with the knees, lined off the end of the bat to third. Ronda puts it away easily, 1 down. Axel Torque's up next. He's 0 for 1 today. Slider middle in, strike called, 0-1. Out in front of the changeup down and in, 0-2. Changeup up and in, checked inside, 1-2. Slider up and away is fouled back, still 1-2. Curveball away, hits the outside corner for strike 3. caught him looking for Paul's first punch out of the day. Here's Asherbaum, 1-for-1 with a single and a run scored. He's tense. Changed by the knees, roped over short. That is extra bases as he gets over the leaping glove of Dowler all the way to the fence. Asherbaum going to put himself in scoring position with 2 down here. He's got a double now today. He's 2 for 2 at the plate. That'll bring up the phenom Norm Phenomeno, who grounded it back to the mound his first plate appearance. Slider for in, strike called from Paul, 0-1. Two-seamer away, chased outside and blooped into shallow center field. Fenster hustles in, gets there to end the inning. To the 4th, we're still down 4-1. Paul driving Fenster, 9-1-2 coming up for the Crocs. Here's Bay Paul, 1-for-1 with the single today. Slider away on the first one, Nubber to second, right at Asherbaum. He'll make the play, 1 down. Next up is Leanne Drive, 1-for-2 with a single today. Two-seamer up and away, strike called, 0-1. Change it down and away. Grounded to short, Norm's there. Makes the play across, 2 down. Next up, Hopper Fenster. He's 2 for 2 today with 2 singles and also scored a run. Heater up and in, high, ball 1. Double down, misses low, 2-0. Slider down in the way, checked low, 3-0. Two-seamer middle away, that's a strike, 3-1. Heater middle in, check strike, fooled him, full count. Change it down. Taken low, ball 4, good eye from Fenster. Second walk of the day for Froggo, and that'll bring up run to third. He's 10, so for 2 today. Popped out in foul territory last at bat behind first on a diving catch by Swolson. First pitch, change it down, and then runner goes. Strike called. Throw down to second. No chance. Fenster's 4th steal of the year. He's 2 for 2 today. Four-seamer up and away. Foul back. It's 0-2. Slider away. Chased it. Strike 3. First punch up for Froggo today, and that ends the inning. Bottom 4, it's 4-1. Stubbs, Hawkins, and Swolson coming up. Nomar Stubbs leading off 0-for-1 today, trying to get it started here in the 4th inning against Bay Paul. Been cruising along so far. Slider in there, middle at the knees, 0-1. Slider misses low and away, 1-1. Change up inside, 2-1. Outside on the change, 3-1 count. Dribble hangs, ripped hard to third, diving run to third at the line to make the stab. Throw to first in plenty of time, 1 down. Bender Hawkins up next, 1-for-1 with a single and a run scored. He's also stolen a base. Currently locked in. Change up and away, strike called with the letters. Little hack activates, 0-1. Chased it high out of the zone, 0-2. Dribble hangs, lined over short, over the leaping glove of Dowler, and that is down for a base hit. Hawkins going to try for 2. Here's the throw in from Fenster as he cuts it off, but it is a double. Hawkins puts himself in scoring position with 1 down, and that'll bring up Sebby Swolson, who doubled him home last at bat. 1-for-1, looking to do it again. Slider hangs on the first pitch, driven deep to left center field, carrying well by Swolson, and that ball has been reaped and sent to the shadow realm right off of the housing unit as we power up Bubba Blastman's statue there in right center. Reaper's back within a run. It is 4-3 on Swolson's 3rd bomb of the season. Nice job, Sebby. Driven in all 3 runs today for us. And that'll bring up Walter Volter, right fielder locked in. He's 0-for-1 today. Go out to right his first at bat. That's low on the 2-seamer, ball 1. Slider middle in, strike called from Paul, 1-1. Heater down is chased, foul back, 1-2. Heater up, off the end of the bat from Volter as it's going to hang up there in center for Fenster. 2 down. Next up is Ball and Standos 0-for-1 with a fly out his first at bat. That's inside on the heater, ball 1. Way outside on the slider, quickly 2-0 to Froggo. Change up, hard grounder to second, but right at Candela, and that's going to end the inning. Still a 2-run bomb from Sebby Swolson, gives him 3 RBIs on the day, and we're back within a run. 4-3 to the 5th. Dowler, Candela, and Vortex coming up. There's Dowler 0-for-1, drew a walk last at bat. She's also hitting to a double play today. Forcing her down and away in the first one. Hit off the end of the bat to right field. Valter coming in, slides. Nice diving catch on the knees. Showing off the leather. One down. Candela next 1 for 2 with a 2-run double last at bat. Curveball hangs on the first pitch. Ripped to left field on the line. Torque coming in, slides. Oh, just off his glove. Good effort, Axel, but he couldn't make the play. Second hit of the day for Candela. He's 2 for 3. Runner at first, 1 down for Vortex. 0 for 1 with a walk earlier. Is it last at bat? Yeah, last at bat. Or no, his first at bat. Pick off the first, nothing doing. Fastball down and away is low and outside. Ball 1. Curveball down and in. Check strike, 1-1. Pitch out, runner goes. Throw down by cuffing him. Just in time to get Candela as he got greedy and we guessed correctly. Pitch out played to perfection there. Candela's first attempt being caught this year. He's 1 for 2. It's 2-1 count now to Vortex. Slider away. Hit off the end of the bat into left center. Torque on the run. Gets there. Puts it away to end the inning. Nice defense there. Bottom 5. It's 4-3. Halfway home today, folks. It's a back and forth contest. Who will come out on top? Cuffingham, Torque, and Asherbon. Top of the lineup up for the Reapers. Cuffingham leads off 0 for 2 today with contact versus righty active. Curveball hangs on the first pitch, lined into center field, and that's a base knock. Leadoff single there for Cuffingham. She's 1 for 3. Here's Axel Torque, who's 0 for 2. Paul still tense. Heater up, strike called, 0-1. Bouncing curveball in the dirt, good block, 1-1. Heater down the way, line to second, right at Candela for the first out. Next up, big Yacker Asherbaum, 2 for 2 today. He's doubled and singled. Doubled last at bat. Still tense, though. Slided down and then turned on by Big Yak down the left field line. And that ball has been reaped and sent to the shadow realm as it's in the Crocs bullpen. As that's a big old Asherbaum from Big Yak as he hits his 4th homer of the year. And the Reapers have come all the way back. We're now 5-4 in the lead. Here's Norm, 0 for 2 today. And that'll do it for Bay Paul as she surrenders her 2nd homer of the game. And the manager pulls her coming out of the bullpen. Second-year long reliever, Gertie Goatman, the lefty specialist. Goatman on the year, 0-1, a 10.29 ERA and a 2.14 whip. 8 runs given up in 5 appearances. 7 innings pitched, 12 hits surrendered, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, and a batting average against a .364. He has not performed particularly well this year. But he's got the specialist trait active here against the Phenom, who's 0 for 2. Heater away, strike called, 0-1. Heater up and in, GM shot to short. Dowler picks it on to first, 2 down. Norm 0 for 3, and that'll bring up Nomar Stubbs, who's 0 for 2 today. Dribble up and away on the first pitch, fouled ball off, 0-1. Heater up and away outside from Goatman, 1-1. Slider hangs, ripped up the middle. That is a base hit. Nomar's first hit of the day. He's 1 for 3. And that puts him on the 2 down for Hawkins. 2 for 2 with a double and a single today. He's also stolen a base as well. First pitch curveball, strike called at the letters. 0-1, activating Little Hack. Heater middle in, jam shot by Hawkins to right center field. That will hang up for Vortex, and that'll end the inning. But the big Yasherbomb from Big Yak gives the Reapers their first lead of the day. 5-4 now to the 6th. Blastman, Hackett, and Goatman coming up against Froggo, who's going to start the inning here. Giving up already 8 hits and 3 walks today, but a base runner will end his day here. Here's Blastman, 2 for 2 with 2 singles and an RBI today. First pitch curveball down and into Blastman. Whiffed on it late, 0-1. Heater down and away. That's low, 1-1. Change up and in. Waits for it. Blasted deep to left center field, and that's going to one-hop to the fence. Hawkins plays the carom and gets it in quickly, but it is a leadoff double for Blastman. And that will do it for Froggo Ball and Standos today. 5+ innings. He'll leave with the lead. Tying run at second base, his responsibility, though. He gives up 9 hits today with 3 walks, 4 earned runs. No home runs. Struck out, I believe, 1 batter. He did not have a fantastic start, but he pitched well enough to potentially earn the win. So we'll double switch here, I believe. Yeah, we'll double switch here. We're going to go ahead and bring in out of the bullpen. What are we thinking here? It's a righty batter. Okay. We're going to go with Horace Heimlich here out of the bullpen, as we're going to take Stubbs off, and we're going to put in Yips Fraser. He's going to play shortstop, and we're going to move Norm over to third. Yips will bat third next inning. Heimlich on the year, no record, a 13.06 ERA and a 2.71 WHIP, 9 appearances, 15 earned runs given up, 10 in the third innings, 23 hits surrendered, 5 walks, 3 homers, 1 hit batsman, 4 strikeouts, and a batting average against the .434. Gets ahead him for lead four-seamer active here against the first pitch praying Hefner Hackett. He's 0 for 1 today, but he does have a sac fly driving in a run. Beater down and away. Strike called, 0-1. Change it down and in. Line to left center. Hawkins racing in. Slides. Smothers the ball, but keeps it in front of him. And that's going to be a single there for Hackett. Runners at the corners. Nobody out for Gertie Goatman, the pitcher. Hitless on the season. He could try to bunt him home here. Beater up in the first pitch. Runner goes. It's a suicide squeeze, and that is a perfectly placed bunt. Heimlich doesn't even have a play at first. It's an infield single. We're tied at 5. Gertie Goatman with the RBI there on the suicide squeeze, and that'll bring up Leanne Drive. 1 for 3 the single. It actually ends up being a perfectly placed drag bunt. So, curveball down and away on the first pitch from Heimlich. Line to short, right at Fraser for the first out. Next up, Hopper Fenster, 2 for 2 with a walk last at bat. He's also singled twice. Beater up and away. Check strike, 0-1. Curveball way outside, 1-1. Beater up and in. High and tight, 2-1. Changeup hangs right down the middle. That's roped past the diving Phenomeno into left field. Base is going to be loaded here for the Crocs. Nowhere to put, run to third. Tense 0 for 3 today. Can Heimlich get out of his own jam? Both batter and pitcher are tense here. Change up and away in the first one. High, ball 1. Beater down and in. Strike call, 1-1. Curveball down and away. Grounded in the hole to short. Yips on the dive. Gets to it. Throw across the first. Low throw. Knocked down by Swolson, but he keeps it on the infield, but it was not going to get there in time, I don't think. Or did they give him an error? They gave him an error. E6, and it's 6-5. Now Daller up. Swings at the first pitch curve, hit deep into the left field corner. Torque watches it hit off the fence, and that is going to be a 2-run single. It is now 8-5. Crocs breaking it open as they've scored 4 in the inning. Candela up next, 2 for 3. 2-run double and a single earlier. Beater down and in. Strike called, 0-1. Beater away. That's a strike. It's 0-2. Beater down and away. Check low, 1-2. Change it up. Popped up behind first. That'll stay in foul territory. Swolson there. Puts it away for the second out. That'll bring up Vortex 0 for 2 with a walk. Change it down and in on the first pitch. Checked inside. Ball 1. Curveball away. Hit hard up the middle. That's another base hit, and that'll score another run. It is 9-5. Crocs score 5 in the inning now. And that will bring up Bubba Blaspin as they batted around. Started the inning with a double off from Frago. 3 for 3 with a double, 2 singles, and an RBI. Beater up and away in the first one. Line to left field. Dumped for Torque. He'll get there to end the inning. 5 home in the inning for the Crocs. 1 crucial error and a bunch of hits. We're down 9-5. Bottom 6. Swolson, Walter, and Fraser coming up. Here's Seb Swolson, 2 for 2 today. He has a 2-run homer and an RBI double today. He's driven in all 3 of our 5 runs. He's locked in. Goatman now the pitcher of record for the Crocs. Beater away is outside. Ball 1. Heater up and away, whiffed on it, 1-1. Heater middle away, blasted by Swolson to the gap right center. That'll be another extra base hit for him. He's 3 for 3 today, in with his second double. That'll bring up Walter. 0 for 2 today, but still locked in despite that. Dribble down, line hard to short, right at Dowler for the first out. Gibbs Frauser to up next. He's rattled, batting .250 on the year with 4 homers, 12 RBIs. We're going to go ahead and pinch hit for him with Goose Kaboosler, as the backup shortstop's going to take a crack with pinch perfect, batting a measly 100 on the season. Heater at the knees, blasted by Kaboosler, deep right center field. That's going to hit off the high wall, and that'll be extra bases for Kaboosler. He'll be in with a double, driving in his first run of the day. It is 9-6. Cuffing him up next, 1 for 3 with a single. RBI 0, though, is active here. Switch hitter batting right-handed for the first time today against Goatman. Heater down and in for a strike, 0-1. Curveball down the way, popped up off the end of the bat behind second. Candella's there for the second out. And that will bring up Axel Torque, who's 0 for 3 today, trying to get out of his little slump here today. Slider up in and high and tight, ball 1. Heater up and away, line hard to right field, but right at Benny Vortex, and that ends the inning. We do get 1 back. It's 9-6 now to the 7th. Hackett, Goatman, and Drive due up against Heimlich. There's Hackett, 1 for 2 with an RBI single today, as Kabusa remains in the game at shortstop. Heater down in the way on the first one, hitting the hole to second. Asherbomb on the dive, nice catch. He's back to neutral. 1 down for Goatman, 1 for 1 with a RBI single bunt up the third base line that was perfectly placed. Curveball down in the way, nubbed at the middle to short, past the diving Kaboosler at today's hit. Kaboosler 2 for 2 today. He's on with 1 down here for Drive, 1 for 4 with a single. Change it down in the way in the first pitch, strike called, 0-1. Heater down and in. Broken back grounder in the hole to first, just out of the diving Swolson's Reese. Asherbomb backs him up and bare hands it to Swolson as they take the out at first on the fielder's choice. 2 down, runner at second for Fenster. 3 for 3 with 3 singles and a walk today. Curveball down and in on the first one. Fooled him as he's out in front of it, 0-1. Change him away. Outside, 1-1. Heater up and in. High and tight, 2-1. Curveball down in the way. Fouled off on the first base side. Just foul, 2-2. Change it down and then chased it inside off the glove of Cuffing him. She'll recover. Throw to first in time as that is Heimlich's first punch out. Bottom 7, it's still 9-6. Asherbomb, Phenomeno, and Heimlich do up. Here's Asherbomb. He is a triple shy of the cycle today. He had a 2-run bomb last at bat. He's also doubled and singled. It's finally back to neutral mojo. Heater away, outside. Ball 1. Heater up and in. Hard grounder to short, right at Dowler. Throw to first. 1 down. Next up going to be Phenomeno. He's 0 for 3 today. Heater down and in. Strike called, 0-1. Curveball bounces low, 1-1 to Goatman. Slider, curveball at the knees, line hard to short, right at Dowler. 2 outs. And here's the pitcher Heimlich, pinch hitting for him. It's going to be backup first baseman Duder Eldorino, hitless on the air. Chase the Heater down and in off the plate, ball 1, little antsy. Heater down the middle, fouled off late, 0-2. Heater at the knees, hit well by Eldorino on the line to center, but right at Hopper Fenster to end the inning. Subbing in out of the bullpen, we're going to hand it over here to Sign Blinder to the 8th. It's 9-6, third Dowler and Candela coming up. The third of 4 today with a strikeout and an RBI. Facing Sign Blinder, no record, a 1.98 ERA and a 1.24 WHIP. 3 earned runs given up in 9 appearances, 13 2/3 innings, 13 hits surrendered, 4 walks, 1 homer, 1 hit batsman, 1 wild pitch, 7 strikeouts, and a batting average against .245. First pitch Heater down in the way, that's a strike, 0-1. Curveball down and in, fouled off, it's 0-2. Change it down in the way, check swing, strike 3 called. First punch out for Blinder, she gone. Dowler up next, 2-run single last at bat. She's also walked today, 1 for 3, still on fire. Dribble down in the way in the first pitch, nubbed foul, 0-1. Heater up and in, checked high, 1-1. Change it down and in, pulled foul, 1-2. Four-seamer up and away. Chased, hit off the end of the bat to left center. Torque races over, gets there for the second out. Now to bring up Candela, 2 for 4 with a RBI. 2-run double early in the game. He's also singled, 2 for 4. Heater down and in, low and inside, ball 1. Heater up and away. Lined hard to left center. Torque on the run, gets there to end the inning. Blinder pitches a 0. Bottom 8, it's 9-6. Hawkins, Swolson, and Balter, 6, 7, and 8 due up. Here's Hawkins, 2 for 3 with a double and a single. He's locked in and has a stolen base as well. Curveball inside, strike called, 0-1. That activates a little hack here for Hawkins. Chase the heater inside, 0-2. Curveball up and in, numbered is short. Dowler there. Play to first, 1 down. Swolson up next, 3 for 3. He's doubled twice. One of them drove in a run, and he's also hit a 2-run homer. Locked in here. Heater up and away. Rocked to dead center field on the first one, carrying well, but Fenster at the warning track puts it away. 2 down. Base empty for Balter. 0 for 3 today, still locked in. Heater down and in, low and inside. Ball 1. Dribble down, dribbler to third, right at run to third, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. To the 9th, we're still down 3 here in game 1. Vortex, Blastman, and Hackett coming up. Here's Vortex, 1 for 3 with an RBI single and a walk today. Heater down and in on the first one from Blinder. Jam shot to left center on the sky ball. Torque over. Calls off Hawkins and puts it away. 1 down. Next up, Blastman, 3 for 4 with an RBI double and 2 singles. Or RBI single and 2 doubles. 1 double, RBI single, regular single. There it is. The ball down in the way in the first pitch. Strike called, 0-1. Heater down and in. Inside and low, 1-1. Change it up and in. Hard grounder to second, right at Asherbaum. They'll make the play. 2 down. Base empty for Hackett, 1 for 3 with a sac fly. Driving the run, he's also singled. Change up away in the first one, outside. Ball 1. Ball middle in. Late swing, fouled off, 1-1. Forcing it down in the way. Check low, 2-1. Change up and in. Out in front of it, 2-2. Heater up and away. Chased it, strike 3. Second punch out for Blinder. That ends the inning as he pitches another 0. Bottom 9. All or nothing here for the Reapers. Kabusler, Cuffingham, and Torque coming up. We're down 3. Kabusler leads off, 1 for 1 with an RBI double today as he's going to try and get it started. Subbing in to play catcher will be the defensive-minded catcher, Evan Shukov, who is tense, but he's a much better upgrade over Hackett there behind the plate. And that is the only change. They are giving this to Goatman, who's been pretty perfect almost out of the bullpen, only giving up 1 run in relief. He's shut us down for the last couple of innings. Kabusler did double off him as a pinch hitter earlier. Is at Heater's low, ball 1, but this time he doesn't have pinch perfect active. Curveball at the knees, sky ball to center field. That's an easy play there for Fenster, 1 down. Cuffingham on the next, 1 for 4 with a single today. Heater up, strike called, 0-1. Slider up and away, nubbed over first, leaping his drive to take it away, 2 down. Last chance in game 1 is Torque, 0 for 4 today. Curveball hangs, fouled it back, 0-1. Heater down, good eye, low, 1-1. Here at the knees, line through the middle, that's a base hit, and Torque will keep the game alive with his first hit. He's 1 for 5. Asherbaum comes to the plate next. Pitcher slot is in the hole. Asherbaum 3 for 4. He has a 2-run homer, a double, and a single. He lined out last at bat. Curveball in there at the knees, 0-1. Good pitch. Heater away, good hold outside on the check swing, 1-1. Slider down in the way, Nubber to second, Candela there, and that ends the game. We dropped game 1 9-6 as we fell apart there in the 6th inning when we subbed in Heimlich and the Crocodons unloaded. It was a well-played game up until that point, but yeah, that was the dagger, that inning right there. RBIs today, third had 1, Daller 2, Candela 2, Vortex 1, Blastman 1, Hackett 1, and Goatman with 1 as well. Asherbaum a 2-run homer, Swolson a 2-run homer as well, and an RBI double, and Kabusler a pinch hit RBI double as well. Goatman gets the win out of the bullpen, 4 2/3 in relief of Bay Paul, 4 hits, 1 earned run. He gets his first victory. He's 1-1 on the air. Heimlich takes the loss, 2 innings in relief of Ball and Standos, giving up 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 unearned, 1 strikeout. He falls to 0-1. Blinder, though, 2 innings scoreless in relief. Solid year for Simon Blinder. He's having a nice bounce-back campaign in his sophomore year. Swolson, 3 for 4 today, is your player of the game, as he finished with 2 doubles and a homer, driving in 3 runs. Asherbaum was a triple shy of the cycle as the runner-up, driving in 2 runs as well. And Hopper Fenster had a 3-hit day, stealing 2 bases and scoring twice. He's a third-place finisher. All right, well, let's put it behind us and move on to Game 2, guys. Nothing else we can do about it. That loss, we now fall to 7-10 on the year. With the win, Crocodons improved to 6-10. They are now a half game behind us in the division, as they're still in last place and we're still in 4th. Asherbaum had a good day today. We're going to blame this one on Schaefer. Sorry, Rook. All right, let's sim these next couple of games here. Moonstars beat the Moose. Wild Pigs win in extras over the Sirloins. Grass Eaters beat the Buzzards. Platypi drop a game to the Sandcats. Moose shut out the Sawteeth. Jacks beat the Beebles, unfortunately, as they pull further away. And the Buzzards beat the Hot Corners 6-4. Alrighty, so before we step into next game, let's see what we got. Alright, +6 roll on fielding there for Cuffingham as she improves herself back to a B overall. That's awesome. Ooh, chance to pick up Volatile for Tacoby. Interesting. +3 power as well for Cuffingham as well, so she's still getting better. Ooh, injury prone. We're avoiding that one like the plague. All right, we still got a game on this one on Kabusler. I don't know if that's going to be worth the risk or not. Giving her a chance to lose the lead slider. That's probably not worth it either. Asherbaum, a chance to get RBI hero all day, every day. Let's go for it. 1 speed to 56, 1 contact to 66. Does not get the bonus 2 speed. Going for RBI hero. Doesn't get it. Damn it. Oh well. Good try, Big Yak. And we have 1 game on this. We can wait. And we need to get this one for Ponderosa. Chance to get Steeler. He'd be a solid pinch runner. 1 speed to 76. 1 fielding to 57. 1 arm to 59. Bonus 3 speed. Doesn't get it. Bonus 3 fielding. Doesn't get it either. Going for Steeler. Doesn't get it. Damn. Sorry, Pooch. Still not even a B- yet. And we're avoiding that one like the plague. Okay, perfect. Alright, so game 2 of the episode here today. On the mound for the Crocs will be their ace, Jovita Pulo. 1-2 with a 2.75 ERA and a 1.12 whip. And for us, it'll be Wagyu Tacoby. 1-3 on the year with a 7.40 ERA and a 1.69 whip. Lineup we'll be using, leading off at catcher will be Teresa Ketchum. Batting second and left field, Axel Torque. Batting third, Tense at second base, Big Yak. Batting fourth at shortstop, Norm Phenomeno. Batting fifth, locked in at first base, Sebi Swolson. Batting sixth, locked in center, Vinder Hawkins. Batting seventh at third base, Nomar Stubbs. Batting eighth, locked in right field, Walter Valter. And batting ninth will be the pitcher, Tacoby. And the lineup for the Crocs will also be wearing their alternates today here in Game 2. Leading off in right will be Vortex. Candela at second, batting second. Daller still on fire at short, batting third. Rhonda Horn still at third base. Oh, she's at third base now, overrun to third, batting fourth. She was picked up in free agency. Batting fifth, first baseman Leon Drive. Batting sixth, center fielder Hopper Fenster. Batting seventh, left fielder Bubba Blastman. And getting the start at catcher, batting eighth, Evan Chukov. Batting ninth will be the pitcher Pulo. Let's jump into it and have some fun. All right, well, Game 1 didn't go so hot. We did drop it 9-6. Let's see if we can bounce back here in Game 2. see if we can split this doubleheader and, you know, reclaim something here today.
The stands are filling up here at Motor Yard. Hold on to your hats. Use the handy hat handles.
Let's do it. Vortex, Candela, and Dowler do up here against Jacoby. Vortex hitting .274 with 2 homers, 5 RBIs, facing Wagyu Jacoby, who's had a rough second year. 1-3 with a 7.40 ERA and a 1.69 WHIP. 17 runs given up in 20 2/3 innings in his 4 starts, averaging just over 5 innings a start. 30 hits surrendered, 5 walks, 2 homers, 13 strikeouts, and a batting average against a .326. Still has his elite changeup trait. Heater up and away, strike called on the first one, 0-1. Little hack automatically activates now for Vortex. Little down and in, ripped foul, out of play on the first one, 0-1. 0-2 pitch, change it down and away, taken low, 1-2. Slider put in, off the plate, 2-2, just inside. Little hack gone now for Vortex. Heater up and away. Strike 3 called. Froze him at the letters. Can I help you, Vinny? No, you're just looking. Get the hell out of here. First punch out today for Jacoby, and now to bring up Candela. Hitting .294 with 3 homers, 9 RBIs. He drove in 2 runs in the first game on a double, sorry. Curveball down and in. Lined at the middle. That's a base hit. Candela on with the first hit today. 1 down in the inning, and here is Dilly Dowler on fire. Drove in a run in the first game. Hitting .282 with 2 homers, 8 RBIs. And now with Teresa Ketchum behind the plate, they're going to think twice about stealing here, unless they're going for hit and runs. First pitch, elite changeup down and in. Checked low, ball 1. Heater up and away. Checked outside, 2-0. Curveball middle in. Dowler taking inside, 3-0. Slider down and away. Low, ball 4. First walk from Jacoby, 2 on, 1 down. Here's Rhonda Horn. She was on the bench in the first game, hitting .289 with a homer, 4 RBIs. Slider up and away on the first pitch, strike called, 0-1. Forcing it down and in, checked inside, strike called though, 0-2. Whiffer activates, here for Horn. Change it down and away. Just got to it and pulled a foul. 0-2. Curveball up and in. Inside off the plate. 1-2. Smart take. Slider down and in. Fouled off. It's still 1-2. Forcing it up and away. Chased it. Fouled back. Still 1-2. Forcing her middle away. Foul back again. Still 1-2. Change it down and away. Whiffed on it. Strike 3. She gone. Second punch out for Jacoby today. 2 down for Drive. Leanne Drive, first baseman in the Mind Gamer active, hitting .194 with a homer, 9 RBIs. 1 hit in the first game for Leanne, but no runs driven in. Heater up and in on the first one. High, ball 1. Change it down and away. Off the plate. 2-0. 2-0 pitch, heater middle of the plate, lined in the right field, that is down for a hit. Walter cuts it off quickly, runner coming around third, going to try and score, throw in, not in time. RBI single for Drive, 1-0 Crocs. Center fielder Hopper Fenster up next. He's had 3 hits in the first game, driving in, I believe, 2 runs. Or no, he didn't drive in any runs, actually. He did steal 2 bases, though. First pitch curveball at the knees, grounded to first. Seb Swolson there, he'll take it himself, and that'll end the inning. 1 run in, though, on the 2-out knock by Drive. Bottom 1, Ketchum, Torque, and Asherbomb coming up against ace Jovita Pulo. Ketchum is leading off here. She sat out the first game to rest, hitting .244 with Mind Gamer active and 5 RBIs on the season. Pulo on the year 1-2 at .275 ERA and a 112 WHIP. 6 runs given up in 19 2/3 innings, averaging just under 5 innings to start. 17 hits surrendered, 5 walks, a homer, a hit batsman, 25 strikeouts, and batting average against .227. Pulo just hasn't gotten a lot of run support, and she hasn't gone deep in a lot of her starts, so that's why her record is as it is. But she's pitched decently well in the time that she's been on the mound. Change up inside, misses off the plate to catch him, ball 1. Sliders outside, 2-0. Two-seamer popped up, down middle away, off the end of the bat. Right there is Dowler. Puts it away, 1 down. Cork up next, left fielder hitting .377, 6 homers, 22 or 12 RBIs. Changing fastball down the way, strike called 1. Is it 12 or 22? It is 12, okay. Two-seamer middle in, jam shot at the middle, down in right center for a base hit. Torque on with a 1-out single. Now to bring up big Yacker Asherman, who was a triple shy of the cycle in Game 1. He had a big 2-run homer. He also doubled and singled. Tense hitting .416 with 4 homers, 15 RBIs. Heater checked up and in, good high take, ball 1. Chased the changeup in the dirt, foul off, 1-1. Heater down the way, number to first, drive, picks it on the second one, Dowler back to drive, and that's a double play. That ends the inning. To the second, it's 1-0. Blastman, Chukov, and Pulo coming up. There's Bubba Blastman, left fielder, hitting .283 with a homer, 9 RBIs, drove in a run in the first game. Heater away in the first pitch, fouled off, out of play, 0-1. Slider up and in, high and tight, 1-1. Change it down the way, fouled off, 1-2. Ripper activates. Dribble down and in. Kick and low, 2-2. Heater away. Chased and fouled off, still 2-2. Change up and in. Chased at strike 3. He gone. Third punch out here for Jacoby. Waving bye-bye. 1 down here for Chukov. Came in as a defensive sub in the 9th inning in Game 1, but he didn't bat. First pitch Slayer active. Hitting .242 with an RBI on the year. First pitch curveball down and in. Hard grounder to second. Asherbaum backhands to his right. Throw to first. 2 down. Base is empty here for Pulo. Pitcher hitting .167 on the year. Heater up and away. Strike called, 0-1. Curveball down and in. Popped her up behind second. Asherbaum out in shallow right center. He'll put it away, and that's a 1-2-3 inning here for Jacoby in the second. Bottom 2, it's 1-0. Phenomenal. Swolson and Hawkins coming up. Norm Phenomenal leading off. He was hitless in the first game, hitting .365 with 4 homers and 20 RBIs. Heater down and then strike called, 0-1. Heater down in the way, chased it, number to second. Candela bare hands in time to first, 1 down. Next up, Sebi Swolson, first baseman locked in. Bad ball hitter active, hitting .397, 3 homers and 12 RBIs. Swolson had a big game in the first one. He had a 2-run homer, 2 doubles, and 3 total RBIs. Check low and away in the 2-seamer, taken low, ball 1. Heater in there at the knees, 1-1. Nice pitch from Pulo. Heater up, late swing, 1-2. Slider up and away, hit at the middle hard. Base hit past the diving Candela. Swolson continues to hit hot. That's his 4th hit of the episode. He's on with 1 down, and that'll bring up Vender Hawkins. Center fielder locked in, hitting .222. 3 RBIs on the season. Hawkins had 2 hits in the first game and a stolen base as well. Continuing to hit hot as of late. Heater down and away, up and away outside. Ball 1. Change up and in, strike at the letters, 1-1. Heater away, outside, 2-1. Slider down the way, dumped over second, over the leaping glove of Candela. It's a base hit. Swolson froze on that one, so he'll only get to second. 2 on, 1 down, and that'll bring up Nomar Stubbs, who went 1 for 3 in the first game. Mind Gamer active, hitting .229 with 2 RBIs. He was lifted for a defensive sub. It's part of a double switch, which didn't pan out because said defensive sub made an error. Pulo sets, checks the runners, takes the slider low in the dirt, ball 1. Slider up and in, whiffed on it, late decision to swing by Stubbs, 1-1. Change up away, pulled off the end of the bat to left center, hanging up for Fenster. Easy second out of the inning as both runners have to hold. Next up is Walter Volter, right fielder locked in, hitting .265 with a homer, 9 RBIs. Popped him up on the first one. Out behind second, Candela there to end the inning. We strand 2 to the 3rd. Vortex, Candela, and Dowler coming up. There's Vortex, 0 for 1 today.
Vinny Ortez.
Struck out his first at bat. Heater down in the way in the first one. Strike called. 0-1. Little hack activates. Change up and in. Line to second, right at Asherbaum. 1 down.
Now batting, the
Candela up
second
next, 1 for 1 with a
baseman,
single and a run scored.
Andre Candela.
The ball down and in on the first one. Turned on, hit deep to right field. Valter on the run, back to the fence. Leaping just behind him as he leaped over it. And that is going to be a double there for Candela as he's in scoring position with 1 down for Dilly Dowler, who walked.
Number 13, Dilly
She's on
Dowler.
fire. Slided down in the way in the first pitch, fouled off. 0-1. Peter up and away, whiffed on it. 0-2. Change it down and in. Line to short. Phenomeno there. Picks it out of the air for the second out.
Now batting,
2 down for Rhonda Horn. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout as well. Peter middle in on the first one. Liner to short. Right at Norm. And that ends the inning as he was holding the runner. Bottom 3, it's 1-0. Got lucky there. That was right down the middle. Jacoby, Ketchum, and Torque coming up. Jacoby's first at bat of the game. He's hitless on the air, but he has driven in a run.
Wagyu to Kobe.
Slider middle in, strike called, 0-1. Change it down and in, strike called, quickly 0-2. Heater up and in, whiffed on it, strike 3. First punch up for Pulo. Should make short work of Jacoby. 1 down here for Ketchum, 0 for 1 day for her. Heater down, low, ball 1. That's high on the change, 2-0. Heater middle away, late swing, 2-1. Change up, out in front of it this time, 2-2. Slider chased, pulled foul, staying alive at 2-2. Change middle in, pulled foul again, still 2-2. Slider middle in, jam shot by Ketchum to left center, that will get down in front of Blastman for a base hit. Ketchum on with her first hit of the day. Here's Torque, 1 for 1 with a single.
Number 16, Axel Torque.
Heater up and away, late swing on that one as Pulo gets ahead, 0-1. Heater up and away, late swing again, 0-2. Heater up and away, pulled in the hole to short, backhanded by Dowler, flipped to second 1, Candela to first, double play, and that ends the inning. Second one they've turned today in 3 innings. To the 4th, it's 1-0. Drive, Fenster, and Blastman do up. Leanne Drive leading off here in the 4th, 1 for 1 with an RBI single today. Fine gamer active against Jacoby. Change it down in the way in the first pitch, strike called, 0-1. Slider up, high, 1-1. Four-seamer up and away. Hit off the end of the bat to right center. Hawkins coming over. Won't get there as it drops for a hit. Drive 2 for 2 today. She's on to lead off the 4th. And she's locked in. Here's Fenster 0 for 1 today.
Hopper Fenster.
The ball down and in on the first pitch. Strike called, 0-1. Change it down in the way. Number to third. Stubbs charges. Throw to second 1. Bomb on the first. Picked by Swolson as he keeps it in front of him. That's only a fielder's choice. 1 down for Blastman, 0 for 1 today. Should have been a double play ball. Peter middle away, outside, ball 1. Slider down, misses low, 2-0. Four-seamer up and in. Inside, it's 3-0. For ball up and away. Blastman taking all the way, 3-1. Change it down in the way. Checked outside, ball 4. Second walk for Jacoby. 2 on, 1 down for Chukov, 0 for 1 today. First pitch, change it down and in. Low, ball 1. That takes care of first pitch Slayer. Pushing it down in the way. Chukov pulls the foul a little early, 1-1. Slider up and in. Jam shot over third, and that is going to be a bloop base hit, and that's going to score a run. Short coming in, gets the throw to third. RBI single for Chukov. It's 2-0 as Fenster scores from second. There's Pulo 0 for 1 and locked in. Peter away in the first one. Bunt drop down. Jacoby off the mound. Nobody covering third will have to go to first. Sacrifice successful. 2 down, 2 in scoring position for Vortex, who's 0 for 2. About the knees away on the first one. Strike called, 0-1. Little hack activates. Slider down and in. Off the plate inside. 1-1. Change up and away. Vortex pulls a foul. 1-2. Little hack activates again. Heater up and in. Taken high. 2-2. The ball down and away. Nubber back to the mound under the glove of Jacoby. It's going to be in no man's land. Norm can't recover. It's an infield single. 3-0 Crocs is the run score. Runners at the corners, 2 down for Candela. 2 for 2 with a double and a single as Jacoby's now tense. Peter down on the way, line to third. Right at Nomar Stubbs, though, to finally end the inning. 2 home, though, for the Crocs on 2 singles. 1 infield and 1 bloop down the line. 3-0 to the bottom of the 4th. Asherbaum, Phenomenal, and Swolson do up. Here's Big Yak, 0 for 1 today, trying to get it started against Pulo. Hitting to a double play his first at bat. Takes the first pitch, Heater low, ball 1. Out in front of the changeup down in the way, 1-1. Heater down the way, line to second, right at Candelo, 1 out. Phenomenal up next, 0 for 1 today. Slider up and away, strike called, 0-1. Slider mid away and hit well by Norm deep to left center field. Jammed him a little bit though, carrying well. Fenster at the wall, puts it away. 2 down. Here's Swolson, 1 for 1 with a single, still locked in. Pulo now locked in. Change it away outside, ball 1. Change it down and in, jam shot foul, 1-1. Heater mid win, late swing, 1-2. Heater up, late swing, strike 3. Second punch out for Pulo, and that ends the inning. To the 5th, we're down 3-0. Dowler, horn, and drive. Do up. There's Dowler on fire, 0 for 1 with a walk today. Heater up on the first one. Popped up behind short. Phenomenal in shallow left center. He will put it away for the first out of the inning. Next up, Rhonda Horn, 0 for 2 today. Her ball middle in, inside. Ball 1. Slider up and away. Fouled off, out of play on the left side, 1-1. Heater down in the way. That's low, 2-1. Change up and in. Chop, jam shot. Stubbs watches it drop foul, 2-2. Whiffer activates, Heater middle in. Just inside, 3-2. Slider up and away. Chased it, strike 3. 4th punch out for Jacoby, 2 down. Here's drive, 2 for 2 with 2 singles and an RBI. That is 4 today, right? Yep. First pitch curveball up and in. Check swing strike to drive, 0-1. 2 for 2 day for Leanne here. Fastball down the line, fouled off, 0-2. Slider up and away. Chased it out of the zone, strike 3. She gone. 5th punch out for Jacoby. That ends the inning. Bottom 5, we're halfway home. We're down 3-0 in a pitcher's duel against one of the best pitchers in the league. Yeah. Hawkins, Stubbs, and Walter do up. There's Hawkins, locked in 1 for 1 with a single today. Pulo locked in as that Heater down and away off the plate, ball 1. Slider up and in, hits the corner this time, 1-1. Right there with the change, 2-1-2 as that activates Little Hack for Hawkins. Heater up and in, blooped over short, but that hangs up for Dowler, 1 out. Stubbs up next. Nomar's 0 for 1 today. Heater's outside. Ball 1. Heater up and in. Whiffed on it. 1-1. Slider at the knees. Hit well to right center field as Stubbs is going to have extra bases on this one as a 1 hops to the fence out there. Vortex gets it in, but it is a 1-out double as Nomar's on. He's 1 for 2, and that'll bring up Walter Volter. Right fielder locked in. 0 for 1 today. Change up inside, strike called, 0-1. Change up and in, dribbler to short, right there at Dowler for the second out as she throws to first. Runner has to hold at second. Here's Jacoby, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Change up and in on the first one, sky ball to left center, easy play for Fenster, and that ends the inning. We strand a runner at second to the 6th, it's 3-0. Fenster, Glassman, and Chukov do up. Fenster 0 for 2 today. First pitch Heater up and in. Strike called, 0-1. Ball down and away. Nubber to third, slow roller. Stubbs charges, bare hands and fires. In time to first, one down as Fenster retired.
The left fielder,
Here's Blastman over one with a walk. Slider at the knees, lined hard at the middle of the second, past the diving Asherbom. It's a base hit to right center. Blastman's first hit, he's 1 for 2 today. That'll put him on with one down for Chukov, 1 for 2 with an RBI single as he jammed one over third last at bat. Forcing repping in on the first one, strike called, 0-1. Change it down and in. Pulled down the right field line into the corner. Walter on the run. That's a fair ball as it gets down on a hop. Walter gets it in. It's going to be a double for Chukov. That'll put 2 in scoring position with 1 down. Here comes the pitcher. It's Pulo. Sack bunt last at bat. She's 0 for 1 today. Slider down. Not bunting here. She swings and fouls it back. 0-1. Her ball inside. Checked 1-1. Forcing up and away. Strike called, 1-2. Change it down and away. Checked low, 2-2. Slider up and in. Whiffed on it, strike 3. 6-punch effort to Kobe. She gone. 2 down. All the pressure on Vortex. 1 for 3 with an RBI single today, though. Trying to do it again. He had an infield single back behind the pitcher's mound last at bat as it ricocheted off to Kobe's glove into no man's land. Curveball down and in, taken low. Good block. Ball 1. Peter middle of the plate, line to the gap, left center field. Hawkins on the run, lays out. He does cut it off. It is going to be a 2-run single for Vortex. His second and third RBIs of the day. 5-0 Crocs. Candela up next, 2 for 3 with a double and a single. That'll do it for Tacoby. 5 2/3 innings today. Gives up 5 earned runs on 9 hits with 2 walks, striking out 6. It was a decent start, but no run support, and he just got outmatched by this offense. We're going to turn it over to right-hander Armando Ganutz with reverse splits, trying to keep it down 5. No record, a 6.75 ERA and a 1.58 WHIP. 9 runs given up in 9 appearances, 1 save. 12 innings pitched, 15 hits surrendered, 4 walks, 11 strikeouts, 1 hit batsman. Batting average against him 300.
Armando Nuts.
Grounder to short on the first pitch. Forkball, throw to first, in time to end the inning.
Folks, check the concourse
2 home, no
for our
froth to Kobe's, giving up a 2-out single to Vortex. 5-0 to the bottom of the 6th. Crocs on cruise control here in Game 2. Ketchum, Torque, and Asherbom due up. Here's Ketchum, 1 for 2 with a single, trying to break through against the locked-in Pulo here in the 6th. Change it inside off the plate, ball 1. Heater up, strike called, 1-1. Slider up, hit of the middle. Seeing eye knock, cut off by Dowler on the dive. Throw to first, got her by a step. 1 down. Next up, Torque, 1 for 2 with a single, and I think Dowler is back to on fire. She is. Slider up and in, strike called, 0-1. Heater up and away, late swing, 0-2 count to Torque here. Heater up, hard grounder to second, diving Candela to take away a base hit. 2 outs. Asherbom up next, 10 so for 2 today. Takes a heater low, ball 1. Heater up, popped him up. Right at drive, and that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Pulo as she's through the 6th. With the shutout to the 7th, it's 5-0. Dowler, horn and drive coming up. There's Dowler 0 for 2 with a walk today, back to on fire after the diving play in the field. Heater up and away, strike called, 0-1. Ball down and away, fouled off, it's 0-2. Ball down and in, rip foul, 0-2. Heater up and in, fouled off, it's 0-2. Ball down and away. Dowler nubs at the first. Wilson charges. He'll take the out himself. 1 down. Dowler back down to locked in, and that'll bring up Horn. 0 for 3, but tense. First split's active here for Nuts. Apparently, the G is silent. That would have made sense. Armando Nuts. Curveball inside, foul back. 0-1. Heater down in the way. That's a strike. It's 0-2. Whiffer activates. Forkball down and in. Nubber to third, just foul. 0-2. Heater away, outside, 1-2. Curveball down and in. Chased at strike 3 in the dirt. Picked by Ketchum. Throw to first in time. She gone. First punch out for Nuts. 2 down. Yeah, I have to coach myself to not say the G on his name. Here's Drive. Leanne's driven in a run today. Got 2 hits. Heater up and away in the first one. Strike called. 0-1. Heater up and in. Came back with it. Jammed her foul behind the plate. 0-2. Forkball down and away. Low. 1-2. Good eye. Curveball down and in. Whiffed on it. Strike 3. She gone. Back-to-back Ks for Nuts to end the inning. 1-2-3. 7th inning for him. Bottom 7. It's 5-0. Phenomeno, Swolson, and Hawkins coming up. Here's Phenomeno. 0 for 2 today. Trying to get it started. Flew out to the warning track and left of center last at bat. Takes that one outside. Ball 1. Slider up and in. Jammed him again. Popped it up behind the mound. There is Pulo. 1 out. Next up, Swolson. Sebi struck out last at bat. He's also singled. 1 for 2. Still locked in. Heater up. Taken high. Ball 1. What am I swinging at? That's in the dirt. 1-1. Heater away. That's a strike, of course. 1-2. Heater up, hard grounder to first, picked by Drive, takes it herself, 2 down. Hawkins up next, 1 for 2 with a single, still locked in. Change up inside, ball 1. Slider low, 2-0. Good hitters count for Hawkins. High change up, 3-0, not moving. Heater right there at the top of the zone, 3-1. Slider up and in, hit up the middle of short, diving Dowler to take it away, throw to first. Just in time to end the inning, of course. 1-2-3, 7th inning for Pulo. Shutout is intact to the 8th. Fenster, Blastman, and Chukov coming up. Hopper Fenster 0 for 3 today, looking to get it started against Nuts. First pitch from Almondo. Curveball down and away, checked low. Ball 1. Heater away, way outside. It's 2-0. Forkball at the knees. Hard grounder on the 2-0 pitch, right at Norm on the backhand. He'll make the play. 1 down. Next up is Blastman, 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. First split's active here for Almondo. Heater up and in, strike called, 0-1. The ball down and away. Check strike, 0-2. Whiffer activates. Work ball down and in. Check low, 1-2. Good hold. Four-seamer up and away. Whiff, check swing, he gone. Caught him looking, strike 3. Can I help you, Bubba? Nah, you just looking, get out of here. Third punch out for Almondo, and here's Chukov up. Reverse split's also active here. 2 for 3 with a double last at bat. He's also got an RBI single. First pitch curveball down and in, taken low. Ball 1. Heater up and away. Whiffed on it, 1-1. Forkball down. Whiffed on it again, 1-2. Heater up. Chased it out of the zone. He gone. Back-to-back Ks for Almondo. 4 punch-outs on the day. Bottom 8, it's 5-0. 2 1/3 scoreless there from Almondo. He'll be done as he'll be lifted for a pinch hitter here in the bottom of the 8th. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Reapers as we try to get on the board here. Stubbs 1 for 2 with a double today. Pulo up over 70 pitches on the afternoon. Slider down and away is low. Ball 1. Change up, ripped at the middle. Base hit for Nomar. His second hit of the day. He's 2 for 3. When Stubbs is hitting well, you know you've got a problem with your offense. And no one else is. Here's Volter, 0 for 2. Walter's been hitless all episode, basically. Heater outside, ball 1. Slider middle in, strike called. Good pitch, 1-1. Heater down in the way, Nubber in the hole, base hit, as that's a soft liner to the right. Volter got it through his first hit of the episode. 2-on-2, nobody out here, and Nuts will be lifted for a pinch hitter. Yeah, the G is silent. Okay, I've just now figured that out. Sorry, Almondo. We're going to pinch hit here. I'm going to go ahead and give an at-bat here to, let's see. Yeah, we could do that. We're going to go ahead and give it to Goose Caboosler. Pinch hit RBI double in the first game for Goose, his first of the year. Batting 167 with an RBI. Pinch perfect active against Pulo, who's locked in still. Slider misses low on the first one, ball 1. Chase that down and in, my bad, 0-2, or 1-1. Change of middle in, chased again, fouled off, 1-2. Slider away, fouled off, 1-2. Change it down, out in front of it. Goose giving him a good fight here, still 1-2. Slider at the knees, turned on by Goose, hit deep to left field. Blastman, though, will stay in the park. As he's at the warning track, he'll put it away, 1 down. Just missed it. Here's Ketchum, 1 through the single, as Pulo up over 80 pitches on the day. Changeups inside on the first one, ball 1. Heater inside, misses, 2-0. Heater middle away, cracked by Ketchum deep to left center field. She didn't miss it that time. That ball has been reaped and has been sent to the shadow realm, right into the Reapers bullpen off the bullpen door. That is a 3-run bomb, and the Reapers break the shutout here. First home of the year for Ketchum. It is 5-3. Power up the statue. Boys, we're back in it. We're only down 2. Pulo's first mistake of the day, and here's Torque. 1 through the single. Pulo staying out there despite no longer being locked in. Heater down at the knees. Strike called. 0-1. Almost hits Torque on that next fastball as he backs away. 1-1. Chase the slider down in the dirt. 1-2. Chase the heater. Strike 3. Third punch out for Pulo. 2 down for Asherbaum. 10-0 for 3 today. Slider up and in. Hard chopper to third. Rhonda Horn there. Dives. Takes away a base hit. And Asherbaum's 0 for 4. We'll double switch him off here, as Cabusa will come in. He'll play shortstop, and we'll move Norm over to second. We're going to go ahead and bring in out of the bullpen here. We'll bring in Rita Raconda. Asherbaum will be lifted to the 9th. It's 5-3. We've got a home run by Ketchum, her first of the year. We're back within 2. Pulo due to lead off here, and she will be lifted for a pinch hitter. Run to third, who was hitless in the first game. Tense hitting 196 with 6 RBIs. Raconda is in, and we are going to swap Norm here for Cabusa, as Cabusa will move over to shortstop. And Norm will move to second. Raconda in the year 1-0, an 8.22 ERA and a 1.76 WHIP. 15 runs given up, 14 earned in 10 appearances. 15 in the third innings pitched. 21 hits surrendered, 6 walks, a homer, 18 strikeouts, and a batting average against a .318. First pitch heater down and away. Check swing strike, 0-1. Slider away. Crack deep to right field, hit pretty well off the fence. Walter plays the carom and gets it in, but it is a leadoff double for run to third. Pinch hitter in scoring position for Vortex. 2 for 4, 2 singles, 3 RBIs. He's going to try and get another run home here. Pick officer active here for Raconda. For ball at the knees. Fouled off, 0-1. Heater down and in. Fouled off, it's 0-2. Slider up and in. High, 1-2. Forcing me down and away. Number to third. Nomar in. Runner's going to try and advance. She will. Throw to first. Not in time. It's an infield single. Runners at the corners. Nobody out for Candela. 2 for 4 with a double and a single. The ball down and away. Low and outside. Ball 1. Heater up and in. Runner goes for second. Pop up. Shallow left field on the hit and run attempt. Torque is there. And he dropped it. E7. And the run will score for free. It's 6-3. Ponderosa, go out there in left field. Thank you. 2 on, still nobody out. Ball down in the way. Hit up the middle of the second. Norm there, under his glove. Base is loaded now, nobody out. Here's Horn, 0 for 4 today. Really frustrated. So am I, Rhonda. So am I. There's a slider in the dirt, under the glove of Ketchum. Runner trying to come home, throw to the plate, and they got him in a rundown as Vortex got too greedy, but I'm stupid and hit B instead of X because I'm a dipshit, folks. And I'm angry and frustrated. 1-0 pitch. Heater down in the way. Fouled off as it almost hits him in the head. God, I wish it did. 1-1. Slider up and in. High. 2-1. Ball down and in. Low and in. 3-1. Heater middle in. Strike called. Full count. Whiffer activates. Forcing him down in the way. Nub foul, staying alive. Count still full, slider up and away. Fouled off again. Good battle here from Rhonda Horn. Ball down and in. Hit hard, past the diving Swolson. That's a base hit up the line. 1 run scores. Second runner's going to try it as well. It is a 2-run single. It is 8-3. Here's Dry. 2 for 4, 2 singles, and an RBI. For ball up on the first pitch. Check swing strike. 0-1. Heater down in the way. Outside. 1-1. Slider down. And that's a seeing eye knock up the middle. It is now 9-3. There's still nobody out in this inning, by the way, folks. Here's Fenster, 0 for 4. Heater up and in. Strike called, 0-1. Ball down in the way. Whiffed on it, 0-2. Slider down and in. Whiffed on it, strike 3. He gone. First out of the inning, finally. Blasting up next, 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Heater down and in. Jam foul, 0-1. Heater up and away. Checked high, 1-1. Slider up and in. Chopper to second. Norm charges. Flips to second, 1. Cabuso to first. Double play. You love to see it. Wheels come off the bus here in the 9th as Brick Tower subs in for run to third, and double switching in as well is backup catcher Cozy Spooner. He'll play first base for Leanne Drive. As they score 4 times, we make a costly error in left field. Apparently we made 2 errors that inning. Okay, 9-3 to the bottom of the 9th. Phenomeno, Swolson, and Hawkins coming up. Here's Phenomeno, 0 for 3 today. Brick Tower's looking to slam the door here in the 9th. Slider inside, strike called, 0-1. ERA just over 2 for Brick. That slider's low, 1-1. Whip just over 1 as well. He's pitched rather well this year. Slider down and in, line hard to center, right into the sliding glove of Hopper Fenster. 1 down for Seb Swolson, 1 for 3 with a single, still locked in. Grounded out last at bat. Slider down and in, strike called, 0-1. Still got that elite slider, Brick? Ball at the knees, hit deep to left of center. Fenster on the run. He'll get there in plenty of time at the warning track. 2 down. Last chance is Hawkins. 1 for 3 with a single. Slider up. Strike called. 0-1. Moto Hack activates. Heater up. Hard up the line. Fair ball as it hits off the bag and bounces into foul territory past the diving Spooner. 2 out single keeps the game alive for her temporarily. Here's Stubbs. 2 for 3 with a double and a single. Heater middle in, strike called, 0-1. Heater high, misses, 1-1. Slider up, misses high, it's 2-1. Runner goes. Slider inside, misses, 3-1. Throw down to second, not in time. Hawkins steals second, his 4th steal of the year. 3-1 to count here to Stubbs. Curveball hangs, dumped down the right field line. Fair ball into the corner, and Nomar Stubbs has his 3rd hit of the day. Vortex cuts it off. It'll be an RBI single, 9-4. Reapers get a run back. Just think it could only be 5-4 now instead of 9. Valter up next, 1 for 3 with a single. Slider up and in, strike called, 0-1. Slider in the dirt, good eye, 1-1. Slider middle in, just missed it inside, 1-2. Slider down, number to first, picked by Spooner, who taps the bag in 1 motion, and that ends the game. Reapers get swept in the doubleheader here today as we fall apart in the 9th inning here in Game 2, losing 9-4. Shocking. But to be fair, we did wait until the 8th inning to start scoring off of Javita Pulo, who's one of the best pitchers in the game. So, yeah, not a whole lot you can do in that kind of situation. Though the 2 mental miscues in the 9th inning, one by myself and one on a untimely drop in left field, did not help. RBIs today, 3 for Vortex, 1 for Candela, 2 for Horn, 2 for Drive, 1 for Chukov. They didn't even hit a single home run. We hit 1. Teresa Ketchum had a big 3-run homer, and then Nomar Stubbs had an RBI single there in the 9th inning in garbage time. Pitching winner is Javita Pulo, 8 innings, 8 hits, 3 earned runs, a quality start, 3 strikeouts, 1 homer. She improves to 2-2. Brick Towers an inning in relief, slamming the door in the 9th, giving up 1 earned run on 2 hits. And for us, Tacoby, 5 2/3 takes a loss, 9 hits, 5 earned runs, giving up 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. He falls to 1-4. Amando Ganut's 2 1/3 scoreless innings, keeping us in the game, striking out 4. And then Rita Raconda came in, giving up 5 hits, 3 runs earned, 1 unearned, 1 strikeout in an inning of work. Catching the player of the game with their home run, followed by Vortex with his 3 RBI day, and Omar Stubbs with his 3-hit day, driving in a run. Yeah, this was a pretty dismal episode. We now fall to 7 and 11 on the year. We are now the worst team in the division, as the Crocodons improved to 7 and 10. Yep, that sounds about right. All right. Who loves dogs better? Who are you going to yell at? Kabusler or Heimlich? Kabusler did decently well today, but I'll do him on this one just because he didn't get a hit this second game. Looking around the league, one roster move to report. Chiron Throne, cut by the wide loads here for former Heaters reliever Simba Delano. Couple games to sim through here. Crocs win again as they're starting to pull away now. Jacks beat the Freebooters. That's unfortunate. Nemesis win as well. Crocs win again, this time in extras. And the Buzzards win, so everybody in the division wins here except us. So we're the only team in our division not to win this episode. Nice. Nemesis win again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure our season is basically over. 7 and 11 is not great. We're barely hanging on here. I just don't see it happening. I don't think we're going to make the playoffs this year, folks. View schedule. We do have another doubleheader coming up here against the Buzzards. I don't know about you, but I really don't want to go to Shaka Sports Turf. So I think we're going to sim up here maybe to this Nemesis doubleheader. I would much rather play at Tiger Den, although I hate that park too. I would rather play there than I would play at Shaka. So I think we'll sim up to there next episode. Maybe we'll do it now just to see how this is going, because I think our season's over, guys. I don't see it. I don't see this team pulling it out together, but maybe they'll prove me wrong. Falls behind, not ideal. Volatile for Tacoby, I like that. Ooh, big hack for Swolson. Ooh, I like that one. Okay, these two are good. Let's do Tacoby's here. 1 junk to 55. Going for 5 bonus junk. Not going to get it. That's okay. Going for Volatile. Not going to get it either. Which is alright. Volatile is not that great of a trade, but it would have been nice to have another trade on Tacoby. Is this worth the risk for Kabusler? I don't think so, so I'm going to avoid that one. Sim the next game here against the Beewolves. They come in at 10 and 8 with Kerwin Arches on the mound, former Sandcats ace. On the mound for us will be rookie Wissel Schaefer, 3-0 with a 4.37 ERA and a 1.59 whip. Let's see who comes out on top. And they wait until the 8th inning where they get a sac fly from Monstour. They beat us 1-0. Losing pitcher in that one was Rita Raconda once again. So a solid shutout outing from Wissel Schaefer. Rookie pitching well this year. We're now 7 and 12 on the year. Swolson loses 2 arm, which is fine. He's a first baseman, but it's unfortunate. Japani signed to the Sirloins. Former Beewolf starter will replace Heidi Mabetz. Yips Fraser learns how to play the entire infield. That's good. And chance to lose Elite Four-Seamer for Norm while gaining a screwball. No thanks. That sounds dumb. Alright, still in last place. The only decent one I'm willing to buy is this one for Swolson, and since it's the only good one available to me right now, I'm going to buy it and try and free up a slot for something else to appear. 1 power to 80, going for a bonus 5. Not going to get it. Going for big hack. Doesn't get it, damn it. Would have been nice if he did get that, though. Job, Seb. Alright, next game here against this is the first of 2 against the Buzzards. Givener versus Bubkins. Givener's struggled all year, and Bubkins has been pitching relatively well. Buzzards are 10 and 9, trying to stay in the hunt for the division title, and we're 7 and 12, one of the worst teams in the league. So, let's sim it. Back and forth contest, and we blow them out in the 9th. We win 9-2, scoring 7 unanswered runs. There we go. We needed that. You didn't order enough talc for the team. Who's left out? Let's do Walter here. I think Hawkins is more valuable. Freebooters lose. Yep. Nothing new there. And the Jacks lose, though. Okay, that's good. So we gain a game here in the division. All right. Looking around the league, Hato de Ludaga loses 11 arm as he regresses even harder than before. Ball and Standos gets +8 velocity on a random roll-up over 70. Nomar Stubbs loses 3 arm as he continues to regress as well, but no roster moves to report after last game. All right, decent one here for Walter, getting bonus contact and fielding. Okay, he's not ideally who I want to upgrade, though, so I'm probably going to avoid it. Givener, I'm not liking that. That's still here. Blinder, no. Schaefer, chance to get crossed up, but also a chance to get a 2-seamer. That might be worth the risk, but I don't... Alright, it would have been worth the risk had that been less than 20%. If it was like a 15% chance, I'd go for it. But yeah, and if it wasn't targeting his junk, maybe if he was boosting up his accuracy, say, over his junk, I would go for that. Alright, so we're not buying anything here. Let's sim this next one. Punchy Patterson pitching for the Buzzards here against Froggo. Let's see what happens. Froggo get us a win? Nope, we lose 5-4 despite a late home run from Swolson. Ham Slamus puts the nail in the coffin in that one as we split the doubleheader with the Buzzards. No manager moments, but a lot of games to get through here. B-Wolves win. Nemesis win as they close to a half game behind the Jacks at the top of the division. Waiting for something on our side here. There we go. Crocs taking on the Moonstars. Crocs win a pitcher's duel 2-1. And Freebooters blow out the Heaters. Nice. Nemesis lose, finally. Platypi beat the Wide Loads. Crocs lose this time to the B-Wolves in 10 innings, 3-1. Freebooters lose in 11, damn. Then they lose again. Still the division leaders, though, despite having a losing record. Then they win again. There you go, back to 500. Grass Eaters. Grass Eaters. Grass Eaters. They rally and win. 3-way tie atop that division. That is a shit division this year. All of them with losing records. Damn, and the Buzzards blew out the Blowfish. Damn. Okay. Alrighty. Freebooters signed Marco DeMarco. He's going to be replacing Kenna Korn on their roster. It's a little bit of an upgrade there on the bench. And BB Takabasai will go to the Moose, replacing Joffrey Rockman as they're cutting some cap there. Not loving any of those, so we'll keep going. Next start here, this is going to be against the Jacks, the division leaders. Tacoby on the mound versus Larry LaJoy. Let's see how this one goes. And we lost again, 3-2, although a late home run for Ketchum put us back in it. Just seems to be the story of our season. Too little, too late. Jacks improved to 15-7. Media's asking who you thought really stunk in today's game. I'm going to do Hawkins here because Torque is definitely one of the core members of this roster. I don't want to upset him. 2 players fighting over a gold-trimmed athletic cup you found in the dugout. Who do you give it to, Walter or Stubbs? Stubbs is regressing, so I'll give it to Walter here. He seems more valuable moving forward. Now I want to get rid of Nomar Stubbs at all possible chance next off-season. Heaters win. Nemesis taking on the Grapplers here. Nemesis lose. Freebooters lose again. Jacks win again, of course. B-Wolves win, and Crocs beat the Buzzards. Okay. So, yeah, we are 3.5 games out of 3rd and 4th. We're 7.5 out of 1st. And we are 3 losses away from having a losing season. So, it's not going well at all. Going to sim this next game against Blowfish as well. Roster moves to report. Bush at Digman to the Wide Loads, replacing Mashadongas. They're cutting some cap. Smokey Ash to the Moose, cutting Perry Quaker. Rachel Rhubarb to the Sirloins, replacing Miguel Duke. That's an upgrade there in their bullpen. McSteele to the Moose, former Sirloins first baseman, will replace Lionel Martinez. That's kind of that's a salary cut for sure. Trey Mondo released by the Sandcats, the young starter replaced by Air Lovestone, the veteran, as they're beefing up their rotation. Moose signed Billy Bronx, former Buzzards catcher, will replace Pedro Nixon. Goose Caboose +5 arm on a random roll. That's nice. Bellamy Etball to the Wide Luds, cutting Jerry Ronner. Maggie Rags to the Wide Luds as they cut Chimo Gaspar, as they're just in full rebuild, it looks like. Frazzler drops 6 speed. Wide Luds signed rookie long reliever Dwight Breeze. He'll replace Molly Pops in their bullpen as well. So yeah, Wide Luds have gone full in. They've given up on the season. I wish I could do that, but I'm not allowed to make any roster moves until the off season. So we're kind of stuck with what we got. And there are still no good player development traits, so yay. Fun. Sim the next one here. Let's see who they're going to give it to. Maybe it's the jerseys. Let's see if we do better with our regular homes. Yeah, maybe it was the uniforms. We win 4-2. Nice job. Swolson hit another homer. There we go. Look at that. All right, Miles to the Wide Luds. He'll replace Naru Buwanga. Cheyenne Hill, released by the Blowfish for Ben Cringer. Pooch Ponderosa loses 5 arm on a random roll. That's unfortunate after all the development we poured into him over these 2 years. Finally, something good. Tough out for Asher Bond. Love to see that. Don't like it, don't like it, don't like it. Ooh, chance to become a utility player for Frazzler. Sign me up on that one, probably. All right, let's sim to the next one here. Givener versus Charge Samplemore, rookie left-hander. Grapplers are at 18-6. They are virtually locked up to be a playoff team at this point. They are just trying to, you know, pound us into the ground and make us feel even worse. We're just looking to get to double-digit wins on the season. See what we can do here. And we're getting blown out early. It is not it is not pretty. We lose 16-2. Raptors get their 19th win of the year. They're virtually locked into the playoffs. Good for them, as they beat up on the worst team one of the worst teams in the conference. 2 players always fighting in the dugout. Who are you going to reprimand? Let's reprimand Ketchum on this one. I think Frago's younger. He's going to be more valuable down the road. All right, and we finally reached our stopping point, this doubleheader against the Nemesis. We're not looking so hot this year, folks. It's not good. Nomar Stubbs drops 2 power again, so he continues to regress. Hey, a good one for Tacoby here. I like both of these. These are dumb. This is dumb, and this is dumb. This one's all right. All right, so let's buy these real quick. Let's get to... So I'm going to buy them because I've been waiting for these to pop up, and we've saved up over $8 million, so let's go for it. First up is going to be, let's do Frazzler. 4 contact to 74, down 1 speed to 42. Bonus 4 contact, not going to get it. Trying to become a utility player. He's going to become a utility player. There you go, Yips. Good for him. All right, Tacoby's up next. 1 velo to 51, 1 junk to 56. Bonus 3 velo, not going to get it. Going for a forkball, not going to get it either. Which is fine. I actually want to get Tacoby another fastball, so... Still a B, and Asherbon trying to get tough out here. +2 contact to 68. Bonus 4 contact, doesn't get it. Rolling for tough out. Damn it, doesn't get it either. Ugh, tough, tough, tough. All right, there we go. View the schedule. Are there any better matchups I could be playing? I don't want to play the Sandcats or Sawtooth or Sirloins or Moonstars because they're all out of conference. So we'll probably play this doubleheader, sim the rest of these next 4 games next episode, and then have another, maybe 1 or 2 more episodes here this season. Probably play either the Buzzards or the Crocodons game here at the end of the year. Probably both of them, just to get the season over with. So maybe 2 more episodes left this year, guys, as yeah, this season has been an absolute struggle for this Reapers offense and basically just the team as a whole. We cannot seem to string anything together to save our lives. Started the episode, we played these two matchups against the Crocodons. We lost the first game 9-6. After taking the lead 5-4, it fell apart in the 6th inning, where we gave up 5 unanswered runs and never fought back into it. Then in the second game, we were down 5-0. We came in the 8th inning, got 3 runs, finally showing up against Pulo, getting a home run. Put us back in the game, and then in the 9th inning, we imploded on ourselves, giving up 4 more runs and putting it out of reach. And then in the sim, we lost, won, lost, win, and lost. So after an episode where we went 4-2, this episode we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, and 6. Basically, effectively guaranteeing that we are not going to have a winning season. It isn't official yet, but it's pretty damn close. And we're definitely guaranteed not to make the playoffs at this stage of the season. So we're just now trying to get through the rest of this season and try to get to the next off season as quickly as possible. So next episode will be this doubleheader against the Nemesis in Game 1. Frogoball and Standos will be on the mound again. He'll be taking on Erlang Elwood for the Nemesis at Tiger Den. At least we'll get to see the Nemesis alternates. That's nice. Nemesis are trying to become a playoff team, so they need these wins, whereas we are just trying to get the double-digit victories on the season. That would be nice. We'll tune in next time to see if we can get that done. And then afterwards, after that doubleheader, we'll sim these next 4 games that are out of conference, and we will... Then the episode after that will be the regular season finale, where we'll play these last 2 games against the Buzzards and the Crocodons, just to see what our final record will be. That is going to do it for this episode, guys. It was a tough one for the Reapers here today, as we did not have a lot of things go our way. Both games we played, we got absolutely creamed, and we only ended up winning 2 games in the sim after that, going 2-6 across the entire episode. We're now 9-15. We're virtually guaranteed to miss the playoffs for the 2nd straight year. We're almost guaranteed a losing season as well. We're just trying to find any semblance of player development to improve our team and decide who we want back for year 3 and who we can finally let go of after 2 seasons, and when the roster embargoes will finally be lifted. If you made it this deep, guys, thank you so much for sticking around and struggling through this with me. I appreciate the support. If you haven't already, hit the follow and or subscribe buttons down below here on Twitch to be notified next time I go live. And if you haven't already over on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Link to Twitch will be down in the description below if you guys want to come over and watch the games live before they're posted. And also follow me over on this platform as well if you so choose. And I'll catch you on the next episode. Until then, this is the Nasty One, signing off. Have a wonderful day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you guys may be.